Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
But like when you writing songs and poems and it's a
Yeah.
whole bunch and you're not even
It's a
getting a
lot.
text back, it means you already got her number and it's like, damn, that means you're just
Yeah.
blowing her up and she's
Yeah.
like, this dude annoying.
Oh, honey. Welcome to the OHoney podcast,
where you get the sticky and the sweet with Summer
and Amanda
and
Brother Nature.
Hey.
What's your real name?
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Yeah.
Do you go by Kelv or Kelvin?
Oh,
I feel like
I was
Kelv,
going
I'd
for
say.
your
Kelvin's
full
more like
real name, but you don't reveal the last name.
nah, I couldn't afford the last name when I was born. No, I'm playing.
I'm like, that's a thing? You have to pay for that?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I couldn't. I mean, that's cool.
Nah.
Some people don't have middle names.
I don't have a middle name.
Are you messing with me again? Or
No, for real. It's just Kelvin Peña. Yep, full name.
Well, you have your claim to fame is you first were talking to deer
Yes.
in your yard. Was this in Pennsylvania?
Yep.
And you had deer squad.
Deer Squad. Yep. I had just moved to Pennsylvania from Texas, and it was right before I started college, and there was just like a deer in my front yard. Gave him a name.
Money?
It was Money. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, y'all know. Yeah. So basically, Money was a buck, and I remember I saw him in my backyard, and he was just like glowing, like in my backyard, and I was like, I gotta feed him. I gotta make him my friend. I ran inside the house. I grabbed snacks. I remember I ran back to the backyard, and I stayed like calm, tried to gain his respect, and I threw him an apple. He bit the apple, looked at me, waggled his tail. We locked eyes, and then we became homies. And he like walked right up to me, made my first video, gave him a name, put on Instagram, put on Twitter, just went viral from there.
That's so awesome. I love how it's like, because I was born in Pennsylvania and I know how many deer are there.
Yeah.
They're like everywhere.
Yeah.
But I never thought about going up and like hanging out with one.
Yeah.
So I think now that I think about it though, I would love to do that. I feel like it's such a experience for sure.
It was like awesome, just like the fact that like a whole buck, I gained his trust. I was just happy that he was my friend, you know? Because like I really felt the friendship, and then like the fact that the whole world saw that we became friends, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
No, it puts deer in a new light.
Exactly.
For sure, instead of headlights.
And most people don't like see a deer and be like, oh, I want to be your friend. So that's cool that like, you're like a guy.
You're
who,
like, I
like,
don't
thinks
want to
that's
eat you. I want to hang out with you.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
I never even thought about like shooting a deer.
Yeah. I don't understand how people can though, because those things, they're so
cute. Their eyes, their big eyes with their big long lashes.
And Bambi, I mean,
real.
It kills me. They're so cute.
that's why Disney movies like that, or any movies, are so great when they highlight like the personality and the perspective of an animal too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're doing also, is just like educating people at the same time about these animals and doing something super positive. Like, what's your kind of long-term goal with all of this?
Long-term goal is definitely I want to highlight like other sanctuaries that are actually like doing this, actually respect animals and like just do the right thing with the animals, you know, not use them really for profit, but like to educate people on conservation. And like my long-term goal, I have like a lot of goals, but the main thing is like I want to start my own sanctuary for animals that can no longer like, that are normally used like either as pets or like come from like farms where they're about to get killed, and just give them like a new life and like just good vibes, you know, like want to make like a loving and like a loving sanctuary.
I think that's what makes what you do so universal and like people just love it, is because you're not really aggressive about things. You're just like, you are such good energy and such good vibes with it that people see it and they're like, oh, I love this.
Thank
I
you.
could hang out with a deer. Like, this is really cool.
I wonder how many people went out and tried to hang out with deers and they're like,
They just run away and you're like,
that's usually what happens.
yeah. But that's really cool. And I like your long-term goal there too.
Thank you.
And I feel like you would really thrive in that also. Like,
Thank you.
You know how some people just say, you know, this one I want to do this charitable cause and then do this over here, but it's like you want to live that. And I just, even from just meeting you, I could tell that that's something you would be, really passionate about too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, it's great. But back to relationships. So you have a relationships with animals.
Yeah.
Have you always had that, like growing up?
Just like with my dog, my first like ever like love for animals really came from my dog named Max, R.I.P. I got him tatted right here.
Really?
Yeah, he was an American bulldog, you know what I mean?
Aww,
but he was always just so cool. And I remember every time I used to take him for a walk, I used to just like put him on my Snapchat and like kind of just have the same way I talk to like all the animals in my videos, like how I used to talk to him.
Yeah.
And I used to just do it for all my homies, and all my homies thought like it was really funny and stuff.
Yeah.
But with all this, like, it just surprises me like how far I've gotten like with all this stuff, because
Yeah.
it was like so unintentional.
And for you, it's so natural. That's why. Like, and I feel like those are some of the most successful people are the ones that they do things that they love, and you know whether
And
other
especially
people
with,
are
like,
will or
social
not.
media, I feel like people can really see if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
genuine or not. And people who are doing stuff because it's genuine, really things happen for you. It's like, I'm sure now, since people are like, oh, Brother Nature, Kelv got famous for doing this, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't work for them because it's not genuine. They're just copying what you did when you went out and did it just because you wanted to make friends with them. You know?
And I think in this podcast, we really want to highlight too, like the relationships with animals and like why it's so important, and
Yeah.
kind of get your thoughts on that.
Oh yeah, so my thoughts on animals is, well, the biggest thing that I've learned from just like dealing with animals is the fact that they're unapologetically themselves. You know, like animals don't double think about what they're gonna do. They kind of just live off of instinct, and they're really tuned in with the world because they really don't have a choice. You know, they don't speak a language, so they live off of vibrations. And sometimes people look at animals as like objects, but they're really like living beings that do have emotions that, you know what I'm saying, are living beings. Like they're just like, they should be respected just like we respect everything else. So yeah, man, like you can learn so much from animals just by observing them and basically like,
Appreciating.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just appreciate
you're a
the fact that they're
beautiful
just, yeah, they're a
Yeah.
beautiful creature, and then they're just them. Like I
Yeah.
feel like with humans, like we overthink, and like it's easy because we're conscious and we have words and we can beat ourselves up. But them, of course, they can get sad and this and this and that. But at least they're themselves, you know. So
It's the innocence too.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
just pure, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get like purer than animals.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think it's a quality? Do you have a girlfriend or anything now, or are you just?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does she love animals
Yeah,
too?
yeah, I think
Does
so.
she hang out with the deer with you?
Nah, not yet. We ain't got that far.
Oh, it's just
very,
like meeting the parents.
it's like very fresh. It's like a very fresh relationship. Something that I just kind of like dabbled into. Like, try something.
What's the level? What's the level of a relationship that she gets to come and meet the deer?
Shoot. Well, I mean.
Above meeting the parents or?
Which
I
comes
mean, well,
first?
Well, my dad and stuff, like, he lives in the same neighborhood as Scanela, so I guess it would happen, like, on the same day, you know?
Yeah.
So whenever that happens, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't be thinking that far ahead. Yeah, I don't be trying to think that far ahead. Just
day
like,
by day.
going
Yeah.
with the flow.
But when that time would come and the
Yeah.
girl would go and meet Canela,
And if Canela don't rock with her, then
Yeah.
it's like, I'm sorry.
no, then she's out.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's cutthroat, but
I guess it's
reality.
a really good way to see if someone's, because animals are like the best detectors of like
Word.
good people.
yeah.
For real, for real.
But they also pick up on fear of people, so
Yeah.
if she's terrified of
Yeah.
like wild animals, it might just not react well.
But then if she is scared of them, probably not a good relationship anyways, because
This
he's
is
gonna
true.
want to go like
He'd
do
be like,
crazy
look,
stuff.
I brought you
an alligator today.
yeah. Terrified.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Well, we have this thing that we do called the honey pot.
Okay.
And this is where our honeybees write in diary entries and we give them advice on their relationship
Okay, cool.
situations. So, it's a long one.
No, I hate when she gives me. No, it's not.
Oh. Well, this one's even shorter then. Oh.
I have a fear of reading out loud. Just kidding. I've been doing good.
No, you're doing better
you know
than
in
I
school
am,
when you're about to
actually.
like read out loud and you like get scared.
Yeah.
Like, cause I like will skip a line because I'm like, and then I'm like reading. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. But I have gotten good. So maybe it's a fear that's not even real because I don't even really mess up.
I stutter more than you do when I'm reading, so go for it.
Now I'm just gonna butcher this.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay. Number one question. Okay. So I met this girl in New Zealand on an exchange program and we fell in love with each other, but she only stayed for 3 months and I'm staying for 6. On top of that, my best friend also left and some of my other really good friends. But what breaks me is that my girlfriend left to go back home. I knew it was inevitable. What was that? Inevitable. But I really can't deal with it because I love her so much. But it was my first relationship, and we are still talking to each other and still loving each other. Is there anything I can do to feel better? That's the first time I have. See, this is why I like to rewrite.
That's the real
first
thing
time.
about when you put something out there in the universe that it
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything because that was the first time I had.
Like I almost knew it was gonna happen because
next time I'm just.
I
gonna
set
be
you
like,
up. It was my fault.
Next time, yeah, she set me up. She's
Yeah, I
it's
did.
a long one. I was like, what about yesterday when I was reading ones this long?
Yeah. No, I know.
She set me up,
I did.
and I knew that word. Guys, don't judge me. Everyone's looking.
It's cool, you did that.
It's like relax.
Yeah.
Relax, guys.
Everything's cool. All right.
I know. He's like,
Yeah. He's
I need that in my life. I'm very like, that's my energy is like crazy.
So, what advice would you have for said person?
So basically, he's in a long distance relationship and he misses his girl, but he wants to keep it tight. I mean, I guess just hit her up every day, you know, talk to her. I was like, you're long distance,
He's like FaceTime.
yeah, FaceTime, like go to sleep on the phone with her or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever had a long distance relationship?
Yeah, my first relationship was long distance when I was in high school.
How did you survive it?
Man, honestly,
not.
I used it. So my advice for him is like, so I used it as my motivation. Like, so it was like, that was the first time I was like ever in love. And then I was like, man, I'm gonna just go hard can I curse?
Yeah.
Every single person.
Bleep. Just bleep
okay, wait.
yourself.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I'm gonna just go hard as so I can like get these scholarships and like get as much money as I can. So like whenever I move to like wherever my girl's at, like we'll be straight, you know, so what I mean? So I used to just grind and used to use my girl as my motivation, although I should use like family and stuff like that, but I was in love and it was like the thing that I most cared about. So I used to just work hard just so I could make my girl happy, just so I could be like, so yeah, if I was him, I would just use her as my motivation to like go hard. And I don't know if he wants to like move in with her or anything, but like just keep yourself busy,
Set goals.
get that money, set goals.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and then I'm a very competitive person too, so she used to have a job too, so I got 2 jobs. So I was like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like my girl
Yeah,
can have
I'm
more
gonna
money
get 5
than me.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of
So
it.
yeah, I mean, I would just use that as my motivation to like be happy, so you could just make your girl proud.
I love that because some
Yeah.
people take relationships as like, are their struggles instead of taking it as motivation.
Yeah.
They're just sulking it. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, poor me.
Yeah.
Like,
And it
you
should
know.
be it should be your motivation, you know? Like if your
Yeah.
partner don't motivate you, then she really shouldn't be your partner.
Yeah, that's
real.
true. Somebody's like setting you back. That's
Yeah.
for sure. That's the last relationship you ever want to be in.
Yeah, for real. You know, you got one life, man.
Are you in a long distance? I know it's fresh, so it's
Yeah.
like.
No, it's not long distance. Like
Yeah.
I travel a lot
super new?
though. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
Where are you based now? You're.
I'm based out of LA now. I just moved here like last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Congrats. Congrats.
Yep.
A lot of new things for you.
Things are moving fast.
Yeah, that's super exciting though.
Yeah.
Like, did you come out here just because you know a lot of opportunity is out here, or you just
Yeah,
came?
mainly just for the opportunity because I was just living in New York, but I've been like traveling like a lot overseas this year and like just like the end of last year.
Yeah.
And where I would come back to would be New York for like a week or like a couple
like a
weeks.
hub almost?
You know, like a hub, just like a hub, but like I'm gonna be back to traveling like probably like next week. So
Yeah. What have you been doing when you've been traveling?
So I've been working with this charity called Karmagawa, and is ran by my photographer friend. His name is Matt Abad. It goes by Bad Boy, and then it's.
Oh, I know him.
You know Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Exactly,
I shot with him like a while ago, like a long time
Well, he's
ago.
doing great things.
Yeah.
Basically, like Matt and then this stock trader named Tim Sykes, they started this nonprofit, and their goal is to raise awareness around charities all around the world.
Really?
And once they visit, they donate like a good amount of money, probably like minimum, sometimes they'd be like 20K.
Yeah.
And they've built over like 300 schools, and they've really got into like animal conservation and helping like raise awareness to charities around the world that help animals. And what I've been doing is like the first trip I went with them was to South Africa. We stayed on this reserve called Vetpaw that helps the
yeah.
conservation of
I
rhinos.
love that paw.
Yeah, so they help the conservation of rhinos because, as you know, poachers be killing them for their horns, and they're close to extinction. So we went out there, we spent the whole week on the reserve. We had a whole bunch of dope content creators and we made like this cool 1-minute video. raising awareness about Bedpaw and like what's going on with the rhinos. We got over like 30 million views in that week. Got Karma Gal up to like 300,000 followers that week, and then they saw that we had like a super power squad. So ever since then, we just been going to other charities around.
How do you spell that, just for our listeners? So they're like...
Karma Gal, no, my bad. I'm on my summer swag. KARMAGAWA.
Where's your next destination?
Started a new charity called Save the Reef that helps that helps raise awareness about like what's going on in the coral reefs, because it's projected for like 90% of it to be dead.
Yeah,
in, like,
a lot
the next
of it
50
is.
years. Yeah, because like most of it's already dead.
When I went to the Maldives recently, like they took us to see the coral reefs, and we were there to see like the sustainability program they had. And when we went down to look at the reefs, they were all like bleached, like all. I was so sad.
Yeah.
And you see the turtles just like not in that area anymore, just like swimming around, just trying to find something. And
For real.
yeah,
It looks like a dead land, like under
it's
there.
a real thing. But you only really realize that when you see it in person.
When you see it in person, like it looks like it looks so whack. Cause you know you watch Finding Nemo and stuff growing up, and it looks like so vibrant and flourish. And like they took us to the part that was alive, and you just see so many fish swimming around. Like the dead parts, which most of it's dead, is just like ghost town.
Sad.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing that you're doing all those things too, and it's not a bad life. Like
No, it's
getting
fire.
yeah, because you get to do good while experiencing the world and traveling and going to some awesome places too.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's
No,
the
that's
dream right
amazing.
there.
It's
I've always
crazy.
wanted to go to Africa.
Yeah. I've been to Morocco, but not. Like, I definitely need to go to different places in Africa and really get, like, the vibe of Africa.
Have you bonded with other animals on your trips?
Yeah, man. Like
Do you have a favorite experience?
Man, my favorite experience was like this one time I got to hold a sloth, because you're not really like allowed to like hold sloths, but this one was hand raised. And like it's just something about like the fact that I had a sloth just like on me, and I don't know, just like it's calm, like essence, like I don't know, it just had like a crazy vibe to it that just like made me hella happy. And
You have a sloth vibe. I'm kidding. But doesn't he? It's like a chill vibe.
You're very chill. Yeah. Which is cool. I'm
She has a
said
sloth
to be,
vibe too.
I'm a sloth also, so.
I'm not.
Power
What
to
would you
us.
guys say I
Hey,
am?
bro.
You are a hyena.
My friend, Soph, the girl you met, she always calls people hyena. Like, she's a hyena. Like, she says it like in a bad term. So I'm like, insulted. I'm like, wow. No, I like hyenas. Yeah. But then all in movies, hyenas are bad. So now I'm
That's
like,
true. Lion King.
yeah,
Right.
I've never seen a movie where hyenas are good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe we should be wary.
Word.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. No.
Guys, maybe I'm just a butterfly. I'm just like frolicking through life.
Oh, that's true. You can be a butterfly too. You can be whatever you want to be.
Okay, thanks.
And
No, I'm a cheetah. That's my favorite animal in the whole entire world. All I want to meet in my life is a cheetah. Like, I want to I love cheetahs.
Go on a
Those are-
safari. Right?
Yeah,
Are cheetahs like hard to like be friends with?
yeah, I mean like all those exotic cats really, unless like they're like hand raised and like
No,
you
but
spend
like
like a lot
people
of hours.
like can go to like, do you know like people where they have raised them and they're like
No,
like,
yeah, exactly.
sanctuaries?
That's what I'm saying. So.
But I've heard that like the cheetahs aren't like nice to hang out with. I'm like,
Well, they're wild animals. I think
Yeah.
anytime you're dealing with
guys,
a wild,
no,
especially
they
wild
would
cats,
love me. I just know it.
might eat you.
They
Might
love
love the taste of you.
No.
I mean, but you never know. Some people just be having them interactions where you just like bow, y'all just automatically click.
Yeah, we're gonna click.
But we wouldn't
They
say,
know how much I
guys,
love
to
them.
go up to wild lions and wild cheetahs and try to do what Brother Animal does. Not recommended.
But you could feed like some bugs and stuff.
Bugs?
I love
cheetah?
all bugs. No, like feed.
Oh,
like go up to
oh,
bugs
some
and
bugs.
like
Got
and
it.
Yeah, they're not gonna hurt you.
I'm like, you're gonna go up to a cheetah.
And maybe like a bunny rabbit and stuff.
Yeah. I think there's
Because I like that you're spreading be nice to animals. Because a lot of people like don't like boys especially are always
Right.
like mean to animals and like
Right.
it's it's just like keep doing you.
Nah,
love
thank
the
you.
animals.
Because I'm like
Even
weird. I won't
squirrels.
even kill a bug. Like literally, we have
comes
a
over.
bunch of black widows around our house, and like my mom came in town. She's like, "Summer, you have to kill them. Like like they hit you, they bite one of your dogs,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they can kill them. I'm like, no, please don't do it. I like had to leave because I don't want anyone. If I see like a pool of bugs, like
Yeah.
say like I went out to the back and there was
You'll
bugs,
save them.
Yeah.
I will save them all. Like I can't not.
Damn,
So.
that's awesome.
So it's like, it's just like you're like, okay, well.
No, it is good. It's a good quality to
That's
have.
not only bugs, but every animal. Like I would save them all.
What would be some like advice that you would give to somebody that has never had an encounter with a wild animal or like wants to just go in the woods and find them because like they see what you're doing and like
I would just say, don't be afraid, but don't be silly either. Like you know what to do. Like you're gonna know what to do in like that situation. Like if I was to run into like a wild bear, like I'll be like very weary. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just gonna like try to like automatically try to make a video with him. You know, like just respect the animals, man. Just like how you respect anybody else.
Yeah.
Like you kind of know what you should do. You know.
Common
yeah,
sense.
if a
Yeah, it's
bear
kind of like
is-
I'm pretty sure like common sense. Like just like
if a bear, for some people they don't have it.
yeah,
like,
for real. But some people
yeah.
don't have it. And some people would just
Yeah.
be wilding. But I would
Yeah.
just say just stay cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah. Yeah, because if a bear is like growling at you or just
Word.
like, you know,
Word.
puffing his chest to you or
Word.
whatever they do.
I climb a tree.
Well, like I grew up with horses,
Maybe
and
don't
like
go
I
up
would
and take a
see
selfie.
people interact with horses, like because I grew up on a ranch with like 30 horses and stuff. So like you have to have common sense around horses. Like me, I can like feel like the vibe is horses and stuff, and like know what to and not to do around horses. So many people have no idea, and they do stuff, and like they get themselves hurt.
Right.
And it's not because the horses are wanting to hurt you; it's because you're stupid. Pretty much.
Basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, and I think with wild animals too, you always have to just know, like things are unexpected or unexpected things can happen for sure. Because they're not tamed, they're not, like what would you say about somebody that wants a cheetah as a pet?
Don't get a cheetah as a pet. Like I wouldn't recommend anybody to get. Like, yeah, honestly, like I wouldn't recommend anybody get exotics as pets. Cause honestly, yesterday we just went to go rescue a monkey from somebody's house that like had it as a pet. But she's like, oh, the monkey's starting to bite me and this and this and that. And then like honestly, to even get like a pet monkey means that that monkey was stripped from his mom like in the wild, you know. So it's like called the illegal pet trade, and it's just like it's just not cool. And especially if you like. You just shouldn't do it. I just feel like you should let people that actually have time to take care of these animals actually take care of the animals, you know, because a lot of times people go in a situation where you're just going to be busy as hell. You're not going to be able to give this animal attention.
Yeah, and they need space and...
So the people that are actually going to go out there and get like animal, which I don't recommend at all, just like make sure you have time and the education to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something illegal, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, and it's hella
We will
illegal.
find you.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Illegal.
Yeah.
I know, I've heard so many stories like people getting like big cats and their cute little babies and then they eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant they eat the animal.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, even the story, I mean, it's like a famous story about a woman with the orangutan. And the orangutan, like, actually ate off her face.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. But, like, it's not, yeah, I think it wasn't fed or something. I'm pretty sure that's what the story was. That was, like, years ago, but.
I've heard so many crazy stories like that and it just makes you be like, and it's not the animal's fault.
No.
They're not
No,
made
no, but
to
it's
be
like, yeah,
yeah.
they're supposed to be in the wild. And then, like, biggest thing is, like, deforestation and stuff, too, so.
Yeah, that's
why
why
I
they
just
end
feel
up.
like, my just go-to is just, like, all right, like, sanctuary, like, just period.
Yeah, because there's
Somewhere
some animals that can't be in the wild because they were raised
Yeah.
like, you
Or
know,
not
so they
even-
have to.
Or it's just dangerous, like, humans just messing stuff up. Like,
Yeah.
they're going out there literally to kill the animals or take them or just to sell them, you know? So it's like, it's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like killing rhinos and elephants for their tusks and yeah.
I ain't make to make this podcast so depressing and stuff.
No,
you know?
no.
But it's some real life stuff, though.
No, I think this is like one of the, honestly, like besides like the happiness and positivity that you bring out there, like one of the best things, information that you can provide is the education about the wildlife and, you know, why conservation is so important.
Yeah, for real.
Well, let's dive back into the honey pot.
Let's do it.
Let's get another question.
Let's do it.
Oh, honey. Let's see here.
See, that one's so tiny.
I know. All right. Oh, honey. There is this girl that I really do like and would do anything for, but she doesn't seem to like me back. I've written songs and poems, but still can't get a text back. Any advice?
Trying too hard, bro. Quit.
Are you kidding? We get a text back and you're writing your songs. I think that's enough.
Let it go.
Stop everything.
Yeah, for
Give
real.
up, find somebody new, start over.
I just let it go. I just put the effort into somebody actually likes me, then you actually got a shot. And then she's going to appreciate the effort.
Yeah, but I would say there is some courting that some girls require.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
But like when you writing songs and poems and it's a
Yeah,
whole bunch and you're not even
it's a
getting a
lot.
text back, it means you already got her number. And it's like, damn, that means you're just
Yeah.
blowing her up. And she's
Yeah.
like, this dude annoying.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Like,
It's
yeah,
true. It's
yeah.
true.
Brandon's
Think
always
of
trying to
me.
be like the good cop, and it's just like, no, just
not the
No.
good cop, but show like different
I
perspectives.
I
of
get
what-
the
good cop.
perspective, but it's
Yeah.
like when she ain't feeling it, she ain't feeling it. And then when the time is right,
Yeah.
she going to come back around. You just
But
got
there's
to
a moment in a
Oh.
relationship.
boss up, bro. That's it.
There's a moment in a relationship though where I think poems and songs could be sweet. Maybe just
But
not
when he like-
right
when
but
she
away.
likes
but they're,
him.
but
Yeah.
they're not in a relationship though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah,
He
I'm
just
just saying
likes her
like
and
down
she-
the line.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like
There's definitely
you don't
a
have to
girl who
give
likes
up
that.
on your romance ever in life. Just if the
It's
girl
the
is
wrong-
not
she's just doing it to
responding.
the wrong person.
Yeah,
That's what he said. He needs to find someone who appreciates it.
yeah, yeah.
for real.
100%.
But you know, at the same time,
Amanda coming in.
yeah, because it's like, I don't know. I've seen girls like turn down guys time after time until they realize they were the ones for them. Like for their mind to be like, oh, like I'm not saying this is him for her. Like maybe,
No, it
most
could be
likely
him, it could
not.
be him.
But sometimes it takes like effort and consistent effort to get the girl.
Yeah, very true.
Because not everything's love at first sight, right? We're
Or
all not
first
that-
poem.
Yeah.
Or first song.
Keep writing those poems. If you get a restraining order,
That's maybe time
Maybe.
to stop.
Nah, I agree, but it's like when you already got the number, means that's like, are you was already
yeah,
there.
that's a sign. How to get the number?
That's what I'm saying. He got it. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you're seeing
No, we need
angles
more
here.
details.
Angles. You got to work all angles.
He's like, I stole her phone. I'm texting myself.
Yeah. She's in my basement. No, don't do that.
She's in my basement. Damn, Amanda.
Did you ever pursue a girl and get rejected?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And what was like? How do you deal with that rejection?
It's not nothing serious because I've never really liked anybody other than the person I like right now. So in like the past 2 years, so it was just
Really?
like of course I'm attracted to you, but not like it's not like I tried like to get in a relationship and
Yeah.
got like rejected.
Like not my future wife.
Yeah, not like my future wife. So it's like
Yeah.
I never really take it personal. Can't
Yeah.
really take things personal. You know, you just gotta keep pushing.
How did you get like this way? How
I
did
know,
you
I'm like, can you give me one of those chill pills you got over there?
Cause it's like honestly like why trip? It's like we don't even know what's real. No, but honestly it's like yeah, like you. I mean it's easy to speak like that when I'm speaking out into the podcast. That's what I want the people to like know and like take, cause that's when I'm at my best. That's how I'm always thinking. So that's how you should think about things because the real reason is like why trip for real. Like it's good. We alive. We breathing.
Yeah, just so it's more so being
It's-
appreciated.
Yeah, and then just look at things from all angles too. When it's like things aren't always gonna go your way, so
Yeah, and your way isn't always the best way.
and
I
your way
think.
isn't always the best way. And if you just keep going at it, your way is gonna come. It's gonna find you. Especially when you got these putting out these positive vibes out into the world.
Yeah. Is your family like how you are, or you're
Nah, not really. But it's like sometimes when you try to get maybe. But sometimes you try to give game to people, and then like they don't take it, or they be like, "Nah, there's no way." But sometimes you just gotta prove them.
Yeah.
And then be like, "Okay, I see how he's moving. Maybe I should start moving like that."
So have you always been like with that mindset, or were there things that has happened in your life where you're like, okay, this is a different way to think about it?
Yeah, just like the biggest thing where I started like just trying to become like more appreciative of life was like one of my homies, he was like my neighbor that I grew up with, like he got killed. And then like after like my heartbreak, and that was like at the age of 17, I remember I was moving to Pennsylvania and I just wanted to like, I just knew I had like a new start at life, and I was like, man, like I might as well just be positive, because it's like, there's been times where I feel like I just like seen death hella like close. So I'm like, I just gotta be like cool, man, because it's like life is good. Like I feel like something big is about to happen, and then I blew up, and that's why I look at this like such a blessing. Because I'm like, I could be like in a way worse situation. Always, you could always be in a situation worse than what you at. So it's like, it's just dope, man. It's just cool to be.
Yeah.
It's cool to be where I'm at, and.
Were you able to? I mean, do you still have friends of like where you moved from?
Yes, I still have friends from Texas and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Still keep in contact with them.
So do you live in Texas and then you moved to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I lived in Texas and then I moved to Pennsylvania.
And then LA.
And then
And then New
LA.
York and then LA.
New York.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
New York, I was always going to New York because my dad lived there, like growing up, and like always had family there. So I spent all my summers and all my winters in New York.
Oh, nice.
So that always, like the traveling that I did when I was young, always helped with my open-mindedness too, because I would see different scenarios growing up, you know.
Yeah.
And now probably traveling the world opens up your
Yeah.
mind too.
Yeah, for
Because I
real.
feel like when I started traveling and stuff, you always like think that where you live and everything is like that's the whole world. And you're kind of like close to the world, and then you like see stuff, and it's like wow, there's a whole world. Like when I went to Bali, it like really opened up my eyes too, and like how
Right.
people are living literally next to a resort. There's people living in like huts, like
Yeah.
village. I'm like, what? Because we don't even think that that is even a thing.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know.
So we don't really appreciate. It makes you appreciate what you have, and then also realize there is a way of living too, to where it's like minimal.
And they're still
all you
happy.
really-
like they,
Yeah,
they were like having the like. It's not like they were unhappy.
Do you
Those
know
people over
there's-
there are so nice.
Do you know there's people that are called minimalists, and they literally just cut out all the material things in their life, only have like, you know, one T-shirt, one pair of jeans,
Yeah.
like a small little home to live in that they have like a watering hole nearby they can rinse off in, like.
Yeah.
So it's and they're some of the happiest people too.
But you know what blows my mind? There's like people who still like live in tribes, like with no.
Oh yeah, for
Guys,
real.
that like I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah.
Like I
And
can't.
there's-
Like they have no lights. They still
Yeah.
like use fire for light. Like
No,
they
for
have
real.
no idea. Like in the Amazon,
Yeah.
there's people that are like
And
that
they're
have no
thriving.
connection.
Yeah.
They're like probably like you know those like movies with tribes where like piercings on their faces and tattoos and all that stuff, and they don't wear clothes.
For
That's
real.
that's the thing. And like there's still people like cannibal, like you know cannibal tribes
that's
where they
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Dude, like
Levels.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Like what? The world is so big.
It's so big. Yep.
And you can
Crazy.
learn so
Can you
much
imagine
from
like
every.
seeing that with your own two eyes? Because it's crazy hearing about
I-
that.
no,
Like
I-
seeing that.
I
like,
visited a Maasai tribe, and when I was out there in Kenya, and basically like that's the way they live. They're nomadic, basically meaning that they move around following on where the herd wants to go, like the sheep.
Yeah.
So it's like the males over there is like if you have more sheep, like you're wealthy. You know what I mean? Or goats, and they live out of like these houses that are made out of like dirt and sticks and
And
like
they make it when
and
they
like
go
elephant
places?
shit. And it's crazy. And you know that they have all these rituals and stuff, and like they don't even have a real doctor. Well, they have a doctor, but like the doctor, like he cures you with like herbs
medicine
and
man.
herbs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's just
that's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's cool though, because you can learn so many different things about like these different cultures too when you're traveling, and just pick up on those and then apply like the things that you like from it into
Yeah.
your life, and also have more of an understanding of.
For real.
Did they
Yeah.
have the fainting goats for their sheep?
Have
Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah, I've seen them before.
That's so sad. They like faint to like protect the sheep. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, they really take one for the team.
Yeah,
Damn.
for real.
Soldiers.
Because I used to have like I've had every single animal you can think of because I grew up on a ranch. I showed chickens and 4-H and goats and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's
and
fire.
I always wanted a fainting goat. But my mom was like, Summer, no, what the-" they like literally faint and then they just like take a while to like wake up again.
Dang.
I feel
They
like
really do. If you scare them, they'll faint.
I feel like it's a great thing that you didn't get a fainting goat though, especially as a kid. You would have been like creeping up on that goat every second.
Oh no, I would have
real.
like I would have protected my goat.
Yeah.
I would have not let anything hurt my goats. I always kept my animals separate from my siblings, like because I had like. Have you ever seen a silky chicken?
A silky chicken? No.
Oh, wait, yeah,
Beautiful.
silky chicken.
They're like the
Are they the
fluffy
ones,
ones.
the fluffy one with like
Yeah.
the fluffy head?
So
Yeah, I've
those are
seen
the ones
them.
I had.
Yeah.
So my sisters and brothers and my mom, they had like regular chicken, not like the big white ones, because my mom only let us have like beautiful animals because
Yeah.
she didn't want like the little white ones that are not cute
Yeah.
walking around. So we had like really beautiful chickens, but I had like silky chickens because they're so cute, and I always kept them separate because chickens always like peck each other's feathers out, and I wanted mine to look beautiful because I showed them and stuff. So, and I kept my goat separate. All my animals are really fancy. They probably hated their lives low key, but whatever.
I'm just looking at Kelvin, just being like, oh, the chicken.
What the fuck?
Nah, that sounds fire.
Yeah. Do you have, like, you had a dog growing up. Do you have any pets now? Or is it more of like, your goal is, you know?
He has a deer squad.
Yeah, I mean,
but they're not-
Then, and
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
I have a
friends.
Frenchie.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, his name is Blue. He's cute as hell.
Oh, little Frenchie.
Yeah, but like I try not to have any, just because I'm in that traveling phase.
Yeah,
Like,
it's hard.
just like
Yeah, it's horrible traveling
for
with
real.
animals.
It's just hard to like keep up with. So.
Because I have a tarantula right now that I've had since I was in 3rd grade. So she's like, I got her when she was 5.
We used to have the tarantula.
Yeah, they live
They
25
live
years.
So long.
Fire.
It's crazy.
So I got her when I was in 3rd grade. She's probably like 20 right now because she was 5 when I got her. Her name's Ruby. I love her, and I have 2 chinchillas and 3 dogs. So
Dang.
traveling is hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
a
real.
lot. It's like, can you come and
Because
watch
I love
my
having them.
like,
yeah. Can you come watch my
tarantula
tarantula? She's
and
pretty
chinchillas
like tarantulas are
and-
pretty like low key though. Like
Yeah.
you don't really have to do anything for them. But my chinchillas definitely need food. So.
Yeah.
My tarantula needs food too, but it's different.
If I just got like, if I was like a dog walker or something, or like watched pets, I would be like, okay, like what do you got? And you're like, well, I have a tarantula, I have 2 chinchillas, I have 3 dogs. I'd be like, okay.
You know what I really want, and I keep almost getting it, but then I'm like, okay, I can't get any more animals. You know the chameleons? I saw one in PetSmart, and it was like bright blue, like literally the most beautiful color blue I've ever seen. I'm like, I really want, you know, their little eyes are like,
Yeah.
I really want one. They're so cute.
I've always wanted to come in.
Dude, I want one so bad. Like
so
literally, I went in there again to get my tarantula crickets, and it wasn't there. But if it was there, I probably would have gotten it because it's just like.
Have you ever set one of these animals free before? Or you just always, because some people do this. Some
No.
people get like these like reptiles,
Yeah.
or it's like back to like issues that happen. Like this is like in Florida, and it's like becomes like
Oh,
a
right.
species
People,
that
what about like,
overpopulates.
you remember that thing like with anacondas? Like people get them as
Yeah.
babies because you can have them as
Oh.
pets
They
and
get
then they
too
let them
big.
go.
Oh
Yeah.
snap!
Yeah.
And then
Like-
they just be like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
crazy.
movie out there.
What's really sad to me is like around Easter, people get like chicks and ducks and stuff, and it's like a cute little, oh, here's a little chick. And then they grow into a real duck and a
real.
real chicken. And me, I love chickens and ducks and stuff because like they're my babies. Because growing up, my mom would let us keep them in my room, our rooms when they were babies because it was cold outside. So heat lamps were like cool out in the barn and stuff. But like my mom's like, you can keep them in your bedroom. But then they get to a size where they can't because they get really smelly. But when they're so cute and little ducks follow you around like they think that you're their mom.
Oh my
So it's so
gosh.
sad. And then they like let them go, and these are like not made to be out in the wild. So
Word.
it's sad.
Yeah, they just would get
And people do
eaten
that with
immediately.
pigs, you know, like they get like
Oh, they
baby
get
pigs,
yeah, they be
and they're
thinking,
not
yeah.
actually mini. They just grow for like 12
Yeah,
years,
for real.
and then it's like 5 years go by, you have like a boar. It's like, damn it, and they just like it's like sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing. Don't let your animals free. Learn about them, educate yourself on them before
real.
you get one.
No, when I get one, I have to so if I got a chameleon, that's my chameleon forever. I've had my tarantula. Everyone, my mom was like, when I moved to LA and all that, my mom's like, get rid of the damn thing. I'm like, no. I drove, because you can't fly with them. So I drove to Colorado just to get my tarantula.
Yeah.
Drive back. It's a whole trip just for her. I do the most.
Damn, that's
I
hard.
love it though. That's how people should be.
For real.
Yeah, I love her.
Do the most for your animals.
Damn, that's dope.
I have to. She's my baby.
What's your like ideal sanctuary? Just all assortment of. I feel like you kind of have to decide.
Yeah, I mean my ideal. Personally, I would want to start off with the farm animals, just because they're like easier maintenance, and yeah, they're just easier maintenance, you know. And then the fact that like with the dairy industry and like all these industries, like they're really gonna get saved from literally right before they get slaughtered. And I love cows. My grandma loved cows, so I really want to do it more so for like my grandma too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just have. a
So
whole
what
bunch
about the dairy industry? I just want to hear from
Oh,
you.
so I mean, it's just like these farm animals, like they just get treated like so messed up. Like they literally don't even get to live a free life. They live in like these cages or all cluttered, like shit everywhere. They get injected with these hormones just so they can get
that you consume.
that you consume. That is just not good for the animal, not natural. Like they literally don't get to live a life, and then like you eat that and put that into your body.
Yeah.
So if somebody
I
that
think
didn't even
that's
get to live a life, like, and you eat that, like, you know, energy and stuff, like
Oh, for
transfers
sure.
and
So
stuff.
stressed and like, yeah, tortured basically.
Yeah.
But I think that's so cool that you want to do it for farm animals, like a sanctuary. Because
Yeah.
you never really hear that. It's usually for like, you know, wildlife
Yeah.
and like, you know, instead of farm
Exotic animals.
Yeah, exotic animals.
What's even sadder to me, like it's all sad, but veal is the saddest thing in the world because baby cows, because they don't want the meat like like they want it like the freshest, like the babiest it is. So they get born and they can't stand. They can't stand up. They literally keep them like this, and they're live for like a couple days to a week, and then they kill them because they want. That's what veal is baby cow.
That's
so
crazy.
sad.
So many things.
But for me, it's like I love horses and stuff, so it's like growing up, me and my mom would go to the slaughterhouses, and right before they get slaughtered, you can pick the horses, and they're really cheap. It's like auctions.
Damn.
And I would like to go and just like when I was a kid, I really wanted to just go save them all because it's the saddest thing. Because like horses are like most incredible animal ever. Like if you have connection
and 10
with a
for
horse,
the price of one to save them. So
yeah, but it's just I would love to just rescue all of them and just let them like live free because a lot of them are kind of messed up in the head, so you don't like you have to like take time to really train them because of what they've been through. So just like let them free on like a lot of land and just live their life.
But have you heard of the place in Costa Rica, like the dog sanctuary?
Yes,
That they
I
started?
have heard of it.
But like they got to a point where they were taking on too many dogs, and it was just becoming like sacrificing the health of the dogs at the sanctuary because it came out of like good intentions, but it's like you can only take on so much because then you're like not providing enough for the animals, and it's basically now they're living the same type of life but in a closed community. So it really doesn't change much.
It's way too many, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder how the dogs do like being with because some dogs are aggressive and like you can't put them all together or they're like killing each other and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was more like different like wildlife coming in and eating the dogs, and then also like
that's
attacking.
Crazy.
And then just health issues, and then having enough food and like all that stuff, because there's a lot of mouths to feed. But it's like we all have like good intentions with things, but that's why research is so important. Like I'm sure somebody out there is like, oh, I would love a pet and I would take such great care of it, and even though it's like a wild animal, I would like, it'd be fine because I love it so much. And then it's like, no, you need to do that research and find out before of what that requires and if it's even going to be happy in that environment and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, for me, I get too obsessed with things, and I would be like, I need to save them all, and it would like be bad for my mental health because I would be like so upset that I can't save them all, and like, because I start saving bees in the pool. It's just like the end of the world for me.
She
if I can't
dives
save them
in.
all. I'm like a very extreme person, so if I start it, I can't just like save a few. I'm like, all of a sudden I have like so much. I'm just like, my mental health is like done.
Save the honeybees. Oh, honey.
See, yeah, bees. I'm just on top. Guys, I'm just on brand, okay?
Little did you know.
Just on brand.
Well, I wish the best of luck for your relationship. Are you going to put it on social media?
No.
No? Never?
No, never.
Never, ever.
Never,
Why?
ever. Just because I feel like then it gets like tainted. Like, although from her shoes, it may be selfish of me. But I'm like, damn, I feel like, it's just like, I just want to keep it like,
To you.
To
like,
me.
This is mine and mine.
Cause honestly, I keep my like personal life totally like away from like all my like.
See, that's me. That's like my
business
views
stuff.
on everything. I always say like
I
anything
keep,
that is special to me, I keep private.
Yeah, anything that's like, like you don't see like pictures of my like family and stuff like that. Like, although I don't mind posting it, but like I don't talk about my personal problems on my platform. I just keep it positive.
My
like,
mom's
keep
gonna
it
see
lit.
this. She's gonna be like,
Like,
"Something
keep
not
it-
special to you."
Yeah,
I do post my
post your
mom and just
mom.
not my.
No, like of course, like.
I think it comes to a time too, because eventually, like, you might want to post a cute picture of you guys together, like, down the line in the relationship, like you and your mom. You're like, that's a solid, that is there,
Yeah.
But I understand keeping things
Especially
private
in the
too.
beginning, because people don't like to see you happy and like think like when people know stuff, then they can get in and ruin it and taint it. And it might not even be the two of you making it; it's other people. Like, so just keep it private. It's better like that. And then if one day you want to post a picture with each other, it's balanced and it's also just every couple's different, every situation is, so you have to do what's best for you.
Do you ever think of you not wanting to do it too as like not knowing what intentions are?
Yeah, and that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, of course, like, I just know so much. I can only know so much, I can feel so much, but you never really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always keep it, like, of course, like, I trust you, but, like, to a certain extent, and that's how I keep it with everybody.
No, I think mentally it probably helps you in relationships
it's like,
too.
it's just like, it's cool, like, all right, it's just like this, and it's
Yeah.
like, I'm comfortable with this. So
Yeah.
I already got way too much shit going on that it's
Right.
like, that I don't want. You know,
And you
like,
won't have, like-
and my stuff is just cool and positive, and like, it's
Yeah.
not about, like, it's not
Like-
about that. Like, it's like about, like, I'm gonna keep it about what it's about and what's got me.
That's
where
what the
I'm
world
at.
needs,
Yeah.
though. Like, the world, like, can definitely use that. They can have the people that just do the straight truth and the scary facts about, and then they need some light stuff too that just is feel good and positive and
Yeah, and I
shows
feel
hope.
like when I'm like further in my career too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can open up more about other stuff, but I'm still, you know, people are still, I'm still like breaking out of that
Your
meme phase
videos,
too. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm a meme, bro. Like, I'm a meme. Like,
I
but I'm like, I enjoy it. I enjoy like I appreciate all my fans and everything, but I still feel like I just gotta go harder.
But you know what's cool about like your rise? Because, you know, I've noticed like newer influencers or newer celebrities like that get that immediate rise to fame.
Yeah.
You have to work a million times as hard to keep it there.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
keep like progressing.
Yeah.
But I think with you, you have such a different angle than some of the people you see rise up out of nowhere because you do have good energy, you do have good intentions, and you do want to better the world in different ways. And you know, I think that's only gonna help lift you, and help keep you growing. Because
Thank you.
no,
Yeah, I
it's-
want to
it's
see
a
you
thing.
win.
Yeah, no,
appreciate
I
it.
want to see you win too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to see more of your videos.
Appreciate it.
I do love it. It always goes back to that too. It's like always remembering why you grew and like where you came from too, and why people appreciate you. It's like, yeah, cater to that and still start to expand into other things.
Yeah. Thanks.
I think you
Appreciate
got it.
Thank you. Thank
You got it. You got it.
Appreciate it, Chiefs.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
I need this energy. I need your
Yeah.
guys' energy around
We're
me.
gonna
It's
get
nice.
we're gonna get the real notes for the having the chill attitude and stuff too.
We'll take
Like,
notes, guys, and give
yeah.
it to you guys in the
We'll
next
put it in the
podcast.
description. But make sure to check him out. Check out all of his stuff. You can get his merch. It's sold out right now, but
Yeah, yeah.
hopefully.
He said it's never coming back, but are you going to make a better version
No,
of that
yeah,
shirt?
this was like my collaboration with Chinatown Market, and then I got my own merch coming out
Hey.
in the next month. So it's gonna be popping, man. You already know, Holly Boy, Brother Nature, we popping.
I will put links in the description below. Otherwise, just I'm sure if you Google Brother Nature, all those good like profiles and
I
all
feel
that
like
good stuff will
is
pop
it
up.
Kelv? Is your
It's Kelv on Instagram, but like
Kelv on
even
Instagram, guys?
even if you search Brother Nature, it pops up. So it's
Yeah,
all good.
whatever you remember
Either
best.
or.
Yeah.
I love Brother Nature. I love your name too, but
Thank
Brother
you.
Nature is super fun. So make sure you check him out. Links below, and then also subscribe to our OHoney YouTube channel.
And make sure you listen to our podcast on the go on Spotify, Apple Play, wherever you listen to it.
And send in your diary entries to diary@ohoneydiary.com.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.